we know how powerful Amazon conferences are. Donald Trump, Taylor Swift, what does that have to do with e-commerce, community?
When I heard about Zumba, I'm like, oh my gosh. Is it for advanced people? Is it for beginners? Is it for people who are like struggling?
2 p.m. I'm going to go to this stage because this is the one that sounds interesting to me. So
off. Oh, 100%, $100 off.
No, that's an amazing.
Oh my gosh. Hello everyone, and here we are again, Izabella Ritz with Amazon Made Simple from Ritz Momentum and the best celebrity, Bradley Sutton, the guy who everybody is scared to talk to, who is super timid and very fun when you meet him in person at some social events. Bradley, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me on. It's great to be here.
Yeah, so it took me 3 years to realize that I can actually have my podcast and I can invite you to my podcast instead of asking and begging you to take me on your podcast. And thank you for having me on your podcast a couple of times. It was really helpful for our business as well. Awesome. So, and today we're going to share the very exciting information, guys. Helium 10 launching their first trade show, which is going to be phenomenal, fantastic, insane. I am full of emotions, and I was one of the first people who sent them emails saying we are all in. So please sign us up. Bradley, tell us more why people supposed to attend, why they should go, and what is the most exciting that they will be able to see that they've never seen before.
Well, we wanted to make sure that this was going to be the best event ever, and so we had been to many Amazon conferences, and there's a lot of great ones out there, and there's always going to be good ones, and we're going to continue to support those and go to those. We've been to every Prosper show, and we've been to other shows. I'm going to the I think I'm going to what's it called, like powwow events.
Powwow, yeah.
I never been to that one, but I'll be my first one and the next one. And first of all, just in general, going to Amazon conferences is a great thing. Not only do you learn from them, but also the networking is very important. Many people, I've told this story, but my whole Amazon origin story can be tied back to a conference. In 2016, 2017, around there, I didn't know too much about Amazon. I was working for a company, and they were selling on Amazon. And I was working for the company, but they didn't really teach me much about Amazon. I was only kind of like the money guy and also the shipping guy and the warehouse guy. And they kind of like kept all of the advanced stuff to themselves about how to make the listing. And I didn't know anything about Amazon. I just knew that we were selling, 1,500 units a day of phone cases. And that was about it. Okay. And then when I left that company, there was a time where I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think this Amazon thing is interesting. I just want to see what it's about. So I just happened to listen to a podcast, and somebody said, hey, there's going to be an event in Chicago, and I didn't have much money at the time. So I used my money, almost all my money, to buy the ticket to the event and then buy a plane ticket to Chicago and get a rental car. And then I realized, okay, I have no more money left. So instead of staying in a hotel, I just slept inside my rental car because I had no money. But when I went to that conference for, I think it was like 2 days, it kind of changed my whole life, because I was like, wow, I can't believe what Amazon really is, and like all the opportunity. And then I met people there at that conference, now 6 years later, now I hired them to work for Helium 10, or else they've been on the podcast because we still stay in contact, and we're still like business friends, people I met from that day. So like my entire journey can be started from a conference. So we know how powerful Amazon conferences are. And so we at Helium 10 was like, hey, how do we just do something that is just like takes amazing conferences that we already love and just make it like twice as good? And so that's why we came up with Sell+Scale Summit. And our first speaker that we booked is Gary Vaynerchuk, who's just world famous, my hero in e-commerce world. And so he's headlining the event. We're going to have other very famous people in e-commerce, not just famous in Amazon, but famous in like the world. They're amazing singers. Like Nelly is going to be performing there, and we're doing a lot of things differently. Like we'll have a lot of great topics, but then what we're doing is we're going to take two people who don't even know each other. They don't work together. They're not partners or anything. And we put them on stage together. So instead of just having like, okay, here is a presentation, for example, about virtual assistants by one person. Virtual assistants is something that a lot of Amazon sellers wonder about. How do I hire a good one?
Yeah.
We took somebody who specializes from the Philippines, and then we also have somebody who specializes in virtual assistants from Pakistan. They've never met each other, never talked to each other ever. They're going to be sharing the stage, talking about it together. People are going to be talking about launch together who have never met each other and who are from different companies. Now, maybe they're competing companies. Hopefully no fights break out on the stage or anything. That might be another interesting
And if
way
it will be more interesting engagement for people, then it's more social media, then it's more viral, then it's like,
yes, yeah, there you go. But yeah, there's going to be no violence, but still, we wanted to try and do something different, and give more value to people who come. We're going to have tons of networking sessions too, because like I said, sometimes that is as important or more important when you go to conferences is the networking and connections you make. So we are going to have so many different networking
about the connection
sessions.
I have a question. So you said, you mentioned that Gary Vee will be there.
Yes.
I have two questions about him. So what was his first emotion? Like, do I want to go? Would I go? Like how he reacted for the invitation?
That I don't know. That wasn't me. It's crazy. We have a full staff here who is just dedicated to event coordination, and they're handling that. But they came to me before and they asked me, who is your dream speaker for Sell+Scale Summit? Like if you could pick anybody in the world, even celebrities, actors, singers, whatever. And he was actually my first choice because to me, it's not just about how famous is the person, but it needs to be relevant to our community.
Correct.
Like maybe we could invite, Donald Trump, or we can invite, some famous actress like, I don't even know famous actresses anymore. Taylor Swift, or singer or something like that, more famous than Gary Vee. But, Donald Trump, Taylor Swift, what does that have to do with e-commerce, community? Is not much. So Gary Vee was at the top of my list. And then like they asked me that, and then like 1 month later they said, hey, guess who is our keynote speaker? And I was like, whoa, I couldn't believe it. So I thought it was great.
So I am super happy that he's going to be there, and everybody, generally speaking, probably will start joining the event because they want to see him speaking at the event where they want to learn. But at the same time, will Gary Vee around, will he handshake people, or he will appear on the stage and he will leave? Do you know something about it?
I think there might be, I'm not sure yet, but we do have like a special VIP session too. Like there's a VIP level. I think those people might be able to see him, but I don't know they didn't announce the details of that yet.
But guys, the chance is there. And if you want to be motivated in the beginning of the sessions, because the Gary Vee I think he's one of the best motivators. If you never did anything and you keep thinking, he will be the number one. He will tell you, go and start doing something now. And if you will end up this day without doing anything, that will be the most embarrassing day in your life, because you just got all instruments that you could and you still just thinking. Okay, so keep going. I heard I think before Gary Vee, you will be the number one who will open the floor and you will energize.
Well, it's not actually during the session. So I'll technically be one of the first ones on a stage. And that will be for something, again, you'll never have at an e-commerce conference, nor will you ever see somebody who works for an e-commerce company leading this. But I will be leading a Zumba fitness dancing class in the morning of day one, because this is Las Vegas. And if you guys come the night before, maybe things will get a little bit crazy and you had too much to drink and you're not motivated to get up. So because of that, myself will be leading a Zumba fitness dancing class in the morning to get the blood flowing and everybody to burn some calories so you can have no guilt when you go to all of the buffets there in Vegas for the next couple of days.
And endorphins in your body.
Endorphins as well, yes.
Well, when I heard about Zumba, I'm like, oh my gosh. And then on top, someone will lead yoga next day, right?
Yoga and then breathing. We'll have special breathing classes. I mean, this conference really has it all, that we want to do stuff that you don't see normally.
It's just, if you want to know how life of the successful entrepreneur looks like, this is the place to learn. Because if you're successful, you're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your mind, you're using the instruments, you're learning, you're applying, and you're moving, like everything is going to be there. Another question. I heard you guys limited, and I don't know if it's true or not, maybe you changed something, the exhibitor floor to, I believe, 57 exhibitors only.
Yeah, it's going to be relatively smaller compared to other conferences. Like, even though other conferences, might not be as big, they have a lot of exhibitor space. But exhibitors are important. Service providers, agencies, shipping companies. We definitely need to give access to. We knew we need to give access, but we didn't want the focus to be on the commercial aspect of the show. So we wanted to put the focus on the learning and the networking. But at the same time, we're going to have a limited exhibitor space as well. And it's not just going to be agencies and companies. We're going to have like bigger companies, like plus potentially like Walmart themselves, where you can go up and ask Walmart or Amazon a question there as well. But that's the other aspect too. Exhibitor space is important because sometimes you're looking for a shipping company or a listing optimization agency or an A to Z agency like yourselves, or some other kind of company, and you only communicate with them through the internet. You can't meet them face to face. It's not very personal. But then conferences like this, you can shake their hands and
you can trust these people. It's a very, very nice.
Yes.
Even like COVID changed a lot of people and said, okay, now everything is virtual. People kind of get used to it, but at the same time, handshakes are important, and I can it's a proof of concept. It was there, it will be there. Another question I had, and I still have it. We have different people who are listening, and people who are going to attend. They're always confused. Is it for advanced people? Is it for beginners? Is it for people who are struggling? Should I go if I ... So for whom
the answer is yes. For all of those questions, because we that's another thing. We didn't want to make it, this is only going to be interesting if you're 7 or 8 figure seller, or this is only going to be interesting if you're brand new to Amazon, or this is only interesting if I only sell on Walmart. I mean, none of those. It's going to be interesting to everybody. We have such a diverse range of topics for the event, and a diverse range of speakers, that regardless of what level you are, even if you haven't even started completely on Amazon yet, you are going to get benefit. And then we also have different tracks too, because one talk maybe is not going to be interesting to everybody. Like if I'm brand new, I might not find much value, or I'd be confused in the advanced PPC strategy session or something like that. But we're going to have multiple stages sometimes going at the same time, where you can pick, this one is more relevant to me, or at 2 p.m. I'm going to go to this stage because this is the one that sounds interesting to me. So we're going to have something for everybody.
This is awesome. And, I remember when I went to my first conference, it was first English-speaking conference that I was actually dreaming to go for a while. It was SellerCon in 2019, where I met you the first time.
Yes. Vegas, right?
Yeah, Vegas, right. And you guys, I think it was in the Palms, or
At the Palm, we had that party. Yep.
And I remember how I was scared, I was excited, and I got a lot of knowledge there because
but you were happy you did it, right?
Yes, Yeah, generally speaking, that was the beginning of my network and my networking connections with like English speaking community Americans, because I was always inside of my bubble, inside of the bubble, just only with Russian speaking people. And here we go, and the doors are open. So yeah, guys, if you it's not if you're listening this podcast, you're already in, you already want to make it work, you already want to be on Amazon, or you're already on Amazon, you're struggling. And I know my audience pretty well. I have three type of people, three target audiences: people who want to start and they just didn't commit yet, and they need the proof of concept. So they have to go somewhere and see people who succeed already, who are successful, and actually be confident that if they were gonna do it, it will work. The second audience, people who launch their Amazon, they're struggling, and they have to see like other opportunities where they and find the mistakes where they're doing wrong. And people who are selling, we have sellers, a lot of sellers like 1 million and up, who wants to expand, who wants to increase. And this is like already the level of people who want to earn more and more money on Amazon. So yeah, and this event for everybody, because the agenda is huge. You will not be able to attend every single one, but you will be able to focus and to find the one who will work for you the best.
Yeah, for sure.
Am I right or not?
Yeah, 100% correct.
Okay, sounds good. Bradley, anything else you want to share and you want to say to my audience?
Just give it a try. Don't do like me and don't sleep in your car. We actually have good deals for. It's going to be at the Virgin Hotel, and that's actually, I didn't realize this, one of the only hotels or spaces in Vegas where there is no resort fees. If anybody stays in Vegas and you get your bill and you see every day's resort fee,
yes,
it's so terrible. There's no resort fee at the hotel where we're going to be at. So
it does make sense, because
we're trying to help you make it as affordable as possible. So guys, make sure to join. I know you actually have like your own discount code so that people don't have to pay the full price.
I do 100% off. Oh, 100%, $100 off. No.
That's an amazing.
Oh my gosh. No, I don't have. I have $100 off, guys.
There we go. $100 off. Yeah. So I would love to meet everybody there in person. And if you go, you need to come to the Zumba class. Don't be shy. Make sure to come and let's dance together.
Yeah, and don't forget to take a picture in front of Helium 10 booth. I bet it will be there, right?
Yeah. Yes. I'll definitely be at the Helium 10 booth, and you'll see me walking around. Please come and stop me and say hello.
Say, let's take a selfie, Bradley. Like I did one day, and I was super shy to do that, and I was so scared.
No.
But yeah, we love when people stop by. We love when people are taking pictures. We love that when people tagging us, and it's good for you. It's motivating for you, and it's more awareness for us. Bradley, thank you so much. I am really thankful that you joined, that you found the time, and you're here with me. And see you in Vegas. We'll actually see you early, but in Vegas too.
Sounds good.
Thank you.